Hello, this is Jennifer Jennings, your intuitive astrologer in the hills of Tennessee. Welcome to Weird Wednesday. The subject is still Dr. Franz Mesmer, and we are discussing his animal magnetism and vital fluid and why it's so weird. In 1791, Mesmer's vital fluid theories explained in a London publication as follows. Modern philosophy has admitted a plenum or universal principle of fluid matter, which occupies all space. And that as all bodies moving in the world abound with pores, this fluid matter introduces itself through the interstices and returns backwards and forwards, flowing through one body by the currents which issue therefrom to another, as in a magnet, which produces that phenomenon which we call animal magnetism. This fluid consists of fire, air, and spirit, and like other fluids tends to an equilibrium. Therefore, it's easy to conceive how the efforts which the bodies make towards each other produce animal electricity, which in fact is no more than the effect produced between two bodies, one of which has more motion than the other, a phenomenon serving to prove that the body which has most motion communicates it to the other, until the medium of motion becomes an equilibrium between the two bodies. Then this equality of motion produces animal electricity. So the Societies of Harmony in France was a place where members could pay and join to learn the practice of magnetism. Dr. John Bell in the late 1700s was a member of such a philosophical harmonic society. He was even certified by the society to lecture and teach on animal magnetism in England. We can definitely see why Mesmer has his wound in the 11th house with Chiron, as he was ridiculed by his peers, by newspapers and dramas, as he was a part of this romantic era. Many claim that animal magnetism was nothing more than a quack. It's just a quackery. And in 1790 publication, it reads, "No fanatics ever divulged notions wilder and more extravagant, no impudent empiric ever retailed promises more preposterous, or histories of cures more devoid of reality than the tribe of magnetizers." The fact is that if there is a laying of hands where you use mind over matter, you can call it whatever you want to. You can call it animal magnetism, you can call it magnetizers, diviners, what have you, but the greatest of all would have been definitely Jesus, because the laying of hands is what he did and what we were told that he did to cure people that came into contact with him. Some have even claimed that the concept, this life force energy, is actually like that of Reiki, that it's nothing more than the power of suggestion with massage. So what I find weird myself is that Dr. Mesmer was said to have spent hours in a room with each individual patient, and he would bring these patients into a crisis mode that contributed to vomiting and convulsing and more sickness, because he was trying to remove these obstructions in the humoral system. Well, it seems to me that if you are sick and you are bombarded with more crisis to your body, that is a spiritual crisis. It does not help our nervous system. It doesn't help our hormonal imbalances, because I think that that's what most of our sickness comes from, is it first starts with the spiritual essence and behavior and attitudes. So if we combat sicknesses with another sickness, it just seems more compelling that that patient would not get better. So that's a little weird to me. The way that he was always trying to get people into a crisis mode, it just doesn't make any sense to me on that level. So I'm interested to see what you guys think, what you think was so weird about Dr. Mesmer, and I'll bring more facts to the table about Dr. Mesmer, hopefully by Friday. So anyway, stay tuned. Peace out. See ya.